Hello and welcome to Top Table Duels. Today's video is going to be a ranked best of 3 match by Mr. PeanutButter up here in the blue with 396 playing Ishizu Tearlament. And down in the red, our Dark Magician girl 519 is Benzi, who's going to be playing something a little bit different. It's going to be a Lyrilusc Naturia build. He's going to be going first. Let's go ahead and kick it off. So he's immediately going to normal summon his Cobalt Sparrow, link it off into a Link Karibo, and then he's going to activate Canary. Special summon it out. Bring out the Cobalt Sparrow. Cobalt Sparrow special summon is going to give himself the Sapphire Swallow. And then he is going to exit over into Recital Starling. Recital Starling's effect going to detach to add the Celestine Wagtail to hand. And he's going to special summon out the Sapphire Wallow. And then special summon out the Wagtail, activating Wagtail's effect. Adding the Lyrilusc spell Bird Call to his hands. And then he is going to exit over into another Recital Starling. And then he's going to, we accidentally set the wrong ones. And then he's going to go into his Utopic Future play and pass it over to Mr. PeanutButter. Mr. PeanutButter is going to start his turn with a Primeval. Nothing special there. Grabs a Rhino Heart. Standard opening play. Decides to go for the Medora, discarding the Yugioh first. He's going to activate the Yugioh effect. And so this is the part where it gets a little bit interesting. Is because normally in a tri-brigade Lyrilusc deck, you're really trying to hamper down and control your opponent by having, you know, possibly 2 or 3 negates and then trying to banish out one and just holding on, you know, with Utopic or number F0 who can't be destroyed by battle, obviously, or card effects, right? So in this build, the interesting part is because he's playing the Naturia engine, because he's got the Sacred Trees and he's got the Naturia Mole Crickets, he is playing on his opponent's turn, setting stuff up on his opponent's turn because of the mill effect. So he's taking advantage of the fact that his birds can pop off with little to no effort and set up an impressive boss monster, while at the same time getting to play on his opponent's turn a lot more effectively than I think tri-brigade Lyrilusc has. So let me know in the comments section below what you think about that. Get this playing again here. So he is going to set up his chain links. He's going to say... Tree is mandatory, 1 effect, and then Havness 2, Solic 3, Kelbeck 4, activating Kelbeck's effect to target the number of 0 because a card was sent from the deck. He's going to negate that effect. Benzi said, you could have chain blocked by having the trap as the highest chain link. He says, no, I could, but I want to keep him in hand. Okay. Yeah, so Benzi is basically just saying you could have chain blocked that to bounce him. You didn't have to do it that way. So Benzi's basically telling Mr. PeanutButter, hey, you made that play wrong, man. You could have overtaken me. He's got a point. Konami, get rid of Kelbeck. Annoying card. Y'all know how I feel about Ishizu if you watched any of my videos before. Just get rid of him. It's so annoying. Bring him all to 1. Make him Luxac. I don't even care at this point. So Mr. PeanutButter is going to go into his Kick House, activate his Kick House effect, which is going to trigger the Naturia Mole Cricket in graveyard. He's going to special summon him out. He still controls the highest monster, so he's not going to be able to float into like a Sunflower, but he has the 1 Sunflower in hand, so he probably can't go to that anyways. So he's going to have to go into a Camellia. Activating Camellia now. He's got the Havness. Yeah, so he's going to activate the Havness so he can start playing as well. He's going to send 3. He hits a Havness as well as a Magnamut and a Keldo off of his Havness effect special summoning. And I believe, yeah, so he used, did he use Havness to, yeah, he used Havness to make Kick Callous. So he didn't hit interaction. So at this point, he's going to activate Kick Callous effect, targeting itself and special summoning out the Rhino Heart. Yeah, because, yeah, okay, so Sheeran, he could have been Sheeran too. But this way he's going to get his dedicated send to likely get his Merly off. And then have the Kick Callous summon in graveyard. So the interesting thing here is he's saying, okay, yeah, so Chainlink 1, Rhino Heart, Chainlink 2, Kit, Chainlink 3, Camellia. Yes, because Camellia was summoned in that same chain sequence. So it's going to get his Mole Cricket back out. Mole Cricket's already used his effect. So yeah, like I thought, so he hits a Sharon Engrave, and he also ditches the Merly and doesn't get himself anything else. Well, he hits a Keldo. I don't think he's used a Keldo effect this turn yet, right? Or sorry, Kelbeck. So yeah, he's already used his Kelbeck effect. So Chainlink 1, Sheerland, Chainlink 2, Merly. So this is going to get his Rukalos, and then we're going to see his Kaleido Heart come out, and then bounce, possibly like Draco Future here. No, he bounced. Okay, so interesting choice. He doesn't bounce the Draco Future. It's very interesting. He gets rid of the Camellia. And is he aware that he can't run over it in battle? I think Mr. Peanut Butter's made a big misplay there. He can't run over that in battle. So, normal summons, activates Sharon, activates just the standard mill effect. I'm not sure what else he's going for here. Because he's got the Solic. He's got both Solics in Grave. And because of the screams on the field, I'm not sure what he's going for here. What he could have done is on that last one, he could have used Paralino to pop his own scream. Because at this point, he hasn't... Yeah, so Crime is still in deck. So he could have set up his Crime for the next turn, and then he could have bounced Utopia Feature and probably gone for a much better play. I'm not sure. Am I missing something? Why didn't he do that? That's a very... So Mr. Peanut Butter, possibly new to the deck. He had a very easy way to OTK and didn't do it. Interesting. Okay. So, Mr. Peanut Butter is going to pass turn here from... did you forget about the non-destruction effect? Mr. Peanut Butter says yes! Oh, Mr. Peanut Butter, you got to read those cards, man. Yeah, so he forgot that it couldn't be destroyed, so he thought he had a good play there. Kaleido definitely should have bounced number 0. So, Benzi's going to start off his draw phase by activating Naturia Blessing, getting his Mole Cricket out. He now does not control the biggest monster. He goes, I have a trigger effect. Because the monster's normal special summon, he can activate Scream. He's going to try to play on his opponent's turn. So he says, okay, well, Cricket would have been Chainlink 2 because it's a quick effect. He hits just the Protector. Alright, so Naturia Camellia is going to activate its effect, sending... He does not send the tree. What does he send? He sends Naturia Vein when your opponent activates. So you can tribute one Naturia monster if you do negate the activation. So maybe he only is in this... Benzi's only playing 2 trees in this deck because he chooses not to send a tree. Interesting. Now he's going to activate Lyrilusc Bird Call. Just Bird Call. Yeah, take one Lyrilusc monster from your deck and either add it to your hand or send it to graveyard. Then you can special summon one Lyrilusc monster of a different name from your hand. Just a great card advantage. So Mr. Peanut Butter is going to scoop it up there. He still had a special summon negate with what Rukalos, right? Interesting. Okay. Well, he did have it. He did. If he had used Rukalos, then he could have F-Zero'd to negate the effect and then just steal it, right? Yeah, because it doesn't send a grip, so he could have just stole Rukalos. Possibly had the ability to OTK that turn. So Mr. Peanut Butter says, I've seen enough. I don't want to go any further. So now, Mr. Peanut Butter, we're going to go into game 2. He is going to start off his turn activating Paralino, a Primeval Planet Paralino. And now he's going to special summon to his Sharon, ditching his Kelbeck, milling a Merly, Super Poly, Rhino Heart, and going to get the Kelbeck effect. I don't think you could ask for anything better than that. But let's look at Benzi's hand real quick. He's playing Magical Hound. Man, I haven't seen this card forever. If this card is in your hand or graveyard, you can target one face-up spell or trap your opponent controls. Return that to the hand, and if you do special summon this card, you can only use this effect of Magical Hound once per duel. Okay. I see you, Magical Hound. I wouldn't want to give my opponent Paralino back, but it is a level 1 tuner, and I'm wondering what he's got in that extra deck that's so spicy that makes giving your opponent back a Solic or a Paralino worth it. Alright, so we're all going to mill here with all of our... so he says Merly 1, Rhino 2, Kelbeck 3. So he ditches the Havness for the Rhino Heart after the Kelbeck mill effect. Now he's going to return 2. Go into his... Where is she? Come on, bring her up. Yeah, go into his Kit Callus. Kit Callus adds the Havness back. And then he gets the Crime. Oh no, okay, sorry. So he's doing. Oh, I'm sorry. No, he's Merly did the special summon. Okay, I'm bad on that one. So his next one is Havness, Rhino, Kit, Scream, Solak. All right, so now he's resolving all the rest. I was too busy looking in the grave. I missed the new chain link. So now he's got everything he could possibly want. Magical Hound, quick, bounce up Solak. Too bad you're not a spell speed 2 grave effect. They go to activate Solak and you just bounce that right out of there. That's it, Konami. Konami, how about this? Let me know in the comments below what you think about this. If we're just going to start making monsters in graveyards become trapping graveyards, spell speed 2 effects, go all in. Just basically say, hey, Konami, we don't care about traps. You haven't cared about traps in a long time. We're making traps that can activate from the hand, activate on their first turn. At this point, you know, just get rid of traps and make all monsters just spell speed 2. Make flip effects spell speed 2, flip some up from the graveyard, just get rid of trap cards. At this point, that's where we're headed. Just make monsters in hand that are spell speed 3 counter monsters. Let's do it. Let me know in the comments below what you think about that. All right, so I'm gonna fast forward through this play line here. He's gonna mill basically half his deck, just like every Ishizu Tearlament deck does, because he's activating Merly and Kit effect. And I'm guessing he hit the Mudora in there. I'm sorry, not the Mudora. He hit the Keldo. Nope, just kidding. I always go. Oh, goodness gracious, I'm so tired. I'm calling these all the wrong names. He was milling because of Kikalas there. Yep, mill for the 8 for the Kit and the Merlin. I'm too busy talking about how much I dislike Konami spell speed 2 graveyard monster effects. I missed this whole play line here. Okay, so Mr. PeanutButter here, he's set up what looks to be an impressive board for Tearlament. I mean, he's not playing anything wild or anything new, and that's the one thing I really hate about Tearlament. When I saw that Tearlament trap build, if you haven't checked that video out, please do. I thought that was a great innovation on Tearlament, and I was hoping that more players would be like, you know, let me take some liberties with how I'm playing this. But most don't, and they stick to this very boring, you know, oh, this is the best way to build it. All right, so now it's Benzi's turn. He gets the Droll as his top deck. Benzi, I feel you. That is awful. Top deck's Droll. Oh, that's awful, man. I'm so sorry. So he's going to normal summon his Mole Cricket, activate Mole Cricket effect. Is Rukalos going to play? Yep, activates Rukalos. Rukalos is going to activate itself. Yeah, come on, Benzi. You got to wait for him to send. So then Rukalos will special summon itself. We got that effect out of the way. See, Benzi was on my train, man. He was like Magical Hound. So he is going to bounce the Paralino. So that does take the pop effect offline. He's going to activate Draw Muscle, target 1 defense position monster you control with 1,000 or less defense. Draw 1 card. Also, that monster cannot be destroyed by battle this turn. You can only activate 1 muscle draw. Okay, that's cheeky. I like that. That's something special right there. You can just whip that out as a defense mechanism as you're about to get run over. Replaces itself, and you probably aren't going to die in battle that turn. So now Benzi's going to light off his instant fusion, pay the 1,000. At this point, Sprite Alpha is going to activate, grab that Merly back from graveyard. Right? He's not playing any other special targets. No, this is plain Tearlament Ishizu. Activate Merly's effect in a new chain. He's going to mill his 3. And of course, luck of the Yugis, he mills a Havness. But first of all, let's read this effect. Lyrilusc Independent Nightingale. I remember this one was basically people saying this one was the OTK possibly involved with this, and yeah, so this was an OTK build. Other than outside of that, when it first came out, I haven't really read this card. If this card is fusion summoned using XYZ monster, nope, that part doesn't matter. This card gains attack equals to level 100, unaffected by other card effects. Once per turn, you can inflict damage to your opponent equal to this card's level times 500. Okay, so you can do a little. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. You go into time, you can just special summon him, burn for 500. I like that. Can't use his other effect because it's not fusion summon using XYZ monster. All right, so let's go ahead and let Mr. PeanutButter resolve that Havness. Okay, he's gonna make a Kaleido Heart, and then he has to bounce the Hound because Independent Nightingale is unaffected. Naturia Molcrick is gonna trigger because he did summon a monster. Benzi says I can go. Burn himself for 500. There you go, Benzi. Don't forget that effect. Burn for 5. And he's going to go into his Recital Starling. At this point, he's effective give 600 attack and defense to Kaleido. Okay, so he gives him a little bit of Kaleido. Okay, and then he's going to activate effect. Actually, he can't be targeted. What? By card effect, you can target if this card is in the graveyard. Am I missing something? Why can't he be targeted? Let me know in the comments below. Why can't he be targeted? Oh, I'm sorry. It's Elf. Yeah, I'm literally staring right at it. Okay. So, Mr. Peanut Butter is going to activate the Solic, negating the effect, and Benzi's going to say, hey, I can't play anymore. I'm staring right at the Elf, and I always forget about that. I know a lot of other people do too, because I see that so often. People are like, oh, I'm going to target whatever Elf's playing to. Can't do that. All right, so Benzi's going to light out start off game 3 with a Jack in hand. Really loving the utility of this card being played a lot. And I'm glad they coded it in so it actually plays proper. He's going to special summon out his Turquoise Wobbler. Then normal summon the Droll and Lockbird. Another benefit of playing that. He's going to special summon his Recital Starling. Go into the typical play line. Grab Canary. Special summon Canary. Special summoning back the Turquoise Wobbler. I don't have all their names memorized yet. And then go into Assembled Nightingale. So why Assembled Nightingale and not the F-Zero here? If this card attack, while this card has a material, it can attack in order to it. Once per turn, quick effect, you can detach one material from this card until the end of this turn. Lyrilusc monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. Also, you take no battle damage. Okay. I don't know if that's better than F-Zero. Because that just looks like you're trying to survive. It doesn't look like you're playing corrective. And he drew the Sacred Tree. That's rough. Okay. He's going to activate Harpy's Featherstorm. So, okay. So he knew... Oh, that's why. He had the Harpy's Featherstorm. He didn't want to go in F-Zero because that would turn off his Harpy's Featherstorm play. Benzi, man. You clearly play this deck more than I have. So he's going to Instant Fusion, get his Mud Dragon of the Swamp out, and then he's going to normal summon his Mudora. Because everything's turned off. And then, yep, go into the terribly tired Tapir. Our boy, Baguska, still just a problematic card of, I'm just going to slow roll. But I understand the utility of Tapir. I understand it in an age where we're playing ridiculous cards like D-Shifter and stuff. He's basically like, okay, well, I'll just wait out your D-Shifter. So, he's going to detach from Starling, and then he's going to get the Canary. He's going to use the Canary to special summon back the Wobbler. He did shut off the Tapir with the Dark Ruler No More, which happened while I was talking. Then he's going to exit over into another Recital Starling. Effect a search. Get another Turquoise Wobbler. Now he's going to go into his F-Zero. Utopic Trickle Future. I love the reuse of names on a lot of these cards. Okay, so he's going to run over the number 41, and then he is going to do 200. Was that do 200? No, he can't do any damage because he Dark Rulered. You're never going to OTK that one. But now he's only sitting on one monster to gate. Can't be destroyed by battle. Can't be destroyed by battle or card effects. But you are just one pop away, basically, from losing. Okay, Nightingale will light up its effect in draw phase. At this point, yeah, he could have heralded that. It's interesting he didn't herald that. So he's going to activate Sharon. Sharon's effect is going to be negated by Utopic Draco Future. It's interesting that he lights off there instead of, I mean, the Kelbeck was there, but it's interesting that he lights off there instead of waiting for the Kakalos. So that effect is going to be negated by Herald, can't be destroyed. And then Sharon resolves. Yeah, Mr. Peanut Butter reminding himself that Sharon will resolve first. Kelbeck 1, Solic 2. Grabs his half, Mr. Peanut Butter grabs his half as the hand. Then he mills 5 more, gets a Mudora engrave, and he's also going to get his Scream effect. And Benzi does hit the Naturia mole. Scream effect. Probably going to add crime. There's crime to hand. Then he normal summons the Merly to mill 3. Whiffs the 3. Goes into his Sprind. Now Mole Cricket's going to come out. Okay. Sprind is not a quick effect, so you got to let him resolve that first. All right, so that was just a weird thing of events happening there. So he went straight into Sprind. Benzi was like, I still got to activate my Mole, because activating he's going to chain Mudora, targeting the Cricket, the Wobbler, and the Solic, because he wants to add the Solic probably off of Kit. So Merly's effect will activate, returning the Sharon, getting the Kit Kalos. He gonna add the Solic? No, he adds his Rhino Heart. Okay. Tributes off the Kit Kalos to special summon the Rhino Heart. He gets another Rhino Heart, as well as what is it, a Merly Engrave, so he could use that Engrave by getting rid of his Havness. But it looks like he's gonna go Rhino 1, Sharon 2. Okay, so now we get into our Kaleido Heart. Gets his other Rhino Heart, so now he gets to trigger the Havness effect. And then Kaleido is going to bounce the F-Zero. We're going to go into the Rukalos. He sets 1. But he does not go into battle phase because Lyrilusc has basically said no battle or anything like that. So, has to pass over his turn. Now Benzi is in top deck mode. He activates Lyrilusc Bird Call, but because this allows him to special summon, Rukalos can stop this. Yeah. Rukalos stops it. And brings itself back. And he sends the Kaleido Heart. Kaleido Heart can bounce, as well as he can get his Sharon. He's got a fusion in Graveyard. He can go into Dragon's Stapelia. Yeah, that's the end of this one. No coming back from that one. Okay, so overall, I think that was a really good duel. Mr. PeanutButter making some grave errors in game 1 that could have closed this game out a lot faster. I liked Benzi's deck building. He's really trying something new. I have not seen a Naturia build into this deck. There is some inconsistency, obviously, things like drawing Naturia Sacred Tree. You can't even use that effect very frequently because he really couldn't get his Naturias on board because he's using his summons for the Lyriluscs. So overall, let me know what you think about it in the comments below. If you like the videos, please like and subscribe. It goes a long way. Let me know what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong. It also helps the YouTube algorithm so you see more of my stuff. And as always, let me know what decks you want to see in the future, and I will catch you all next time.
Thank you for watching. Try some of these other great duels. If you like what you saw, give us a like and subscribe.